So, what are the different types of business entities? Now that we know that we have profit, non-profit, which we already saw, we are also looking into a different kind of broad classification, which is on limited, unlimited liabilities for profit-based businesses. Now that I'm into business, I want to build a business which is just starting. I want to build a business which is just probably started and wanting to build into a bigger brand, wanting to do partnerships with maybe two or more people, maybe wanting to work on a big corporation. So I have many stockholders, many market professionals. I have people who are from various sectors of life wanting to join together to make a big corporation where for profit or non-profit working ahead in future to develop a great economy. I need to sit down and understand what is the kind of business I want. So there are different kinds of corporation entities. The business which registers with the state. So we have different businesses which are registered with the state. It has a separate business identity and it's a big form of a public limited company. So this kind of corporations can broadly be into S corporations, C corporations, professional corporations. These are separate entities. For we trainers and coaches, I think we are entities who are just about to build a brand. So we might be looking at the next type of entity, which is an unlimited entity falling under proprietorship, partnership, or an LLP. Let's look at limited liability, including proprietorship and partnership. So proprietorship, as the name goes, it has a single proprietor, a single owner of the company. All the liabilities, all the taxations, all the registrations are only sole and whole of that one person. Of course, it has no requirement that you need to go and register a proprietorship. You can just probably get a stamp paper and get your proprietary firm registered with a local legal representative on a green paper saying that you are starting a proprietorship firm. A single owner of the company, less liability. Maybe people don't, big companies would may or may not be happy to work with proprietorship firms because the trust issue is always there. We don't know whether the debts, the legal liabilities are being taken care by the single owned person unless and until you show a background where you have very good references, where people talk big about you. You should be opening something on that status. But it's a very good choice when you start business. You can start a proprietorship firm because you are the only person doing that. The next is the partnership. A partnership is where two or more entities can come together. It is advised that when you have a comfort level of a many number of years, then probably you get into a partnership. So it is more about a limited liability of two parties coming together, growing with talents, growing with their money, growing with their name, fame, also with different sectors broadly coming together. So some of the partnership firms you can always see. This can also get into a limited liability, so LLP, which we call limited liability partnership, where we have attorneys, legal preferences, CPAs, CS, CAs, architects. They prefer this kind of a setup, so it's called an LLP. So some very professional partnerships are called LLP, where we are getting into a designated group, maybe into law, legality, into a professional setup of designing. So they are called limited liability partnership. So having known about these different entities now, friend, you need to sit down and understand what kind of business, what kind of clients, what kind of vendors are you looking at, and then probably develop your legal entity. The next will tell you how do you keep your business identity separate and how do you go into the registration process of registering each of these entities. Okay, looking forward in probably the next few minutes. See you soon.